Hello. Whoosh. Oh, two Megans. Two Megans for the price of one. Boop. Hello Raccoon. Hello Mia. I wish yesterday was like a nice day off, but it was an ocular migraine kind of day, so, you know. Hello Unstable Potato. Hello Silly. Hello Allison. Hello Tuffin Muffin. Pippin. Hi Sean. Welcome in. Double Megans means double the fun. Hi Georgina. Pippin's like, no, I'm out. Alright, the Pokemon is in fact correct. We love that. I missed you all. I haven't seen you guys in like forever, it feels like. We were doing, so this weekend was my cousin's 50th birthday. My cousin is more like my older brother. He is my dad's brother's son, but my dad's brother's a piece of poo. To not get too into like family stuff, but my dad's brother's a trash person. And basically like, you know, his son, my cousin, spent quite a lot of time when I was growing up at my house, because he didn't really have anywhere else to go. And so, you know, formative years and what have you. But I love this guy. He's wonderful. And this was my very first out of the house event since Christmas. Hi, Hammy. It's good to see you. And it was at a restaurant. It was loud. It was so much. But I did it. I was there like the whole time. I didn't even end up like sneaking out to the bathroom to like decompress or sneaking outside. Like nothing. I was there the whole time. And my mom, oh my gosh, my parents were there too, obviously. And my brother. My brother was there, which is nice. The other, Ryan too, couldn't make it, which is fine. But my mom has Lyme's disease. And she was on like day 3 of treatment. So she was like super duper weak. I don't know if any of you have ever had Lyme's disease. It like gets worse before it gets better because like you have to basically like kill the virus, if you will, that's like inside a person. And so, you know, they end up feeling like crap. And so my poor mom was just like having a time, which made me super anxious because here's my mom like struggling, and I'm like, could we all just like, anyway, here's the fam. Oops, hold on, let me turn the brightness down. Here's the fam. Mom and Dad. Dad also had LASIK, so he only wears glasses now for reading, which is weird because my dad's always had glasses his whole life. And then me and James. And then Ryan.
You need me to cut something?
Yeah, hold on. Hold, please. This is a secret thing, so hold 1 second. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Sorry. I don't want spoilers because anyway. Yeah, mom put on a brave face. But like when mom was like done, she was like done. You know what I mean? Like, she was just like, I don't got anything left in the tank. Um, so it was cute. They had like a board with like a bunch of pictures from, and again, like, he doesn't have like a whole hell of a lot of pictures from growing up because like he doesn't speak to his dad. He speaks with his mom, so he has some, like, his, so my dad's brother's been remarried 3 times. And my cousin has one half brother. The rest are all like the ones that you get and lose through divorce kind of thing. So he only has one biological half brother. So he, you know, again, doesn't have like a whole heck of a lot of stuff. So it was fun to like look through things and like share pictures, but like this was when he was living with us. So like that's little me and my cousin. My cousin has muscular dystrophy, so before anyone makes any kind of like, oh my god, he's such a twig, or any kind of stupid joke like that, I will kick your ass out of here. He has muscular dystrophy. He's wheelchair bound now. Like, 50 is old. 50 is a really, really good, like, he's still all there. He's still like, he just can't walk at this point. But it was nice. It was a good time. It was fun to celebrate. It was a lot. Maybe in general, we don't talk about people's bodies. Maybe. I also know, not that anyone in my community would say that, but like, I feel as though someone popping in or like, I don't know, somewhere would be like, wow, what a twig. Has he ever eaten a burger? And I would just be like, so this is how you choose. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Your ass is getting kicked. No, I mean, everything about him is literally the same person. It's just that his literally muscular dystrophy just kills your muscles. So, like, everything about him is, you know, still him. Like, he comes to his party wearing a New York Giants hat. I'm like, what are you doing? It was fun. They had, like, trivia. And, like, my parents and I got them, well, except for one lady. Because we didn't know his favorite restaurant. We don't live near them. I mean, we used to live closer, but now we don't. And so, like, yeah, I didn't know the name of his favorite restaurant. We just guessed. And I forget one other thing. And so, like, this one other lady knew his favorite restaurant, so she won. And I'm like, okay. Okay, I want to see your scorecard. I want to see your scorecard. Hi, Kit Kat. But yeah, it was a really good time. It was nice to see everyone. And I was really happy because they're kiddo. So my cousin got married, I don't even know how many years ago. They have one child together, who I adore. Like, this kid was glued to my side all throughout their childhood. And they, like me, have struggled with their mental health. And they looked so good. They had friends there. They had, like, everything. We got hugs again. Like, oh, it was so nice. It was so nice because, as we all know, being a teenager and having bad mental health, woof, woof. Goodness, I would not want to go back there. Like, they've switched schools and are at a school now that actually understands kids that, like, it's just so much better. And it was so nice to see them, like, healthy and laughing. And it was like, it was nice. So that was on Sunday. And then yesterday we decided to go and look for suits for James for my brother's wedding. And we were at the third store he was trying stuff on, and all of a sudden my vision started getting blurry. And I was like, oh no. Like, I've never had it happen outside of the house, which meant instant anxiety. But I start getting, like, this weird, like, fuzziness kind of coming in. And I've now started to learn that that means that I'm going to get, like, an ocular sort of headache. So, that was, like, yeah. I was like, I need to not do anything else. Like, this is it for the day. Too much, Megan, you did too much over the last 48 hours. Commenting on weight is awful. I hate whenever weight is commented on. Or like, wow, you look like you've lost weight. Cool, thanks, I actually gained. Like, I hate it. Just don't talk about weight. Don't, unless you're a doctor. And like, you, for instance, like my thyroid doctor, that sort of thing matters because like you have to adjust my thyroid medication levels, but otherwise don't talk about weight. Don't talk about body shape. Don't talk about anything. Like, at least not to the person. If you want like to talk like later and be like, oh my gosh, no, she looks so great. I'm so glad. Like, I didn't say anything to my cousin to be like, oh my gosh, you look so much better than the last time I saw you. Even though they did look far happier and healthier and less, like, anxious, you know? Like, yeah, but you don't talk to the person about it. You're just like, you make a note of that. And then, you know, in this case, I might mention something to their parents because I know that they have kind of reached out to me about some of the struggles that my younger cousin has gone through. And I might just be like, it looks like things are going really well. Like, that, you know, they seem a lot happier. Their friends were super nice, like all that other stuff. Bodies are weird, yeah. Huzzah! No, that's fine.
I mean,
It doesn't have to be perfect.
It
just has to be smooth and not.
Yeah, I did sand the ends down, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Where would you like them? I mean, they're not going to know what it's for.
Yeah. And just shove it back in here. Boop. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Team didn't have software engineers. We were the top 2 teams that lost by 4 points because the winning team cheated. We didn't cheat. I was really proud of all the stuff that I knew about my cousin.
What?
Oh, you're just talking about the party from the weekend.
Oh, the game, yeah.
Yeah. It is so exhausting. It's so exhausting catching up. It's especially in like a venue sort of situation, you know, like I don't want to like share stuff necessarily. Here, this is an okay picture to share because that's my dad and my cousin. But like they rented out like a room kind of thing, and there were 4 tables full of people, including 1 table full of teenagers. So it was loud. It was a lot, and it was just by the end I was so. Hi. Oh my god. Excuse me. Hello. Artie was like, "Don't. I'm here. I'm here." Yeah. Oh, I also don't do well typically eating in front of other people just because I get anxious about, like, I was always, and this is not ever said in a way to make anyone feel anxious. This is someone with anxiety, how you like internalize things, I guess. But like being told that it took me so long to eat, I was always the last person to finish my plate. Why are you so slow? Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe because I had braces and a retainer for 8 years. And I, sensation-wise, could not stand the feeling of food in those things. And so I'd have to, like, get it out. Maybe that's why. And that's why I eat slow. I don't know. I just eat slow. So I hate eating in like restaurants or in places where there's almost like a timeline of like things. So this was great because it was buffet style, which takes a lot of pressure off, I feel like. Yeah. I don't want to call it. Yeah. It's hard. Hello. It's hard whether the pressures are real, like whether people have put them on you, whether they're ones that you've just like taken, like it, all of it. It's so real. It's so difficult. Yeah, it was so loud. It was so good to like get back in the car at the end. Wears you out. Background noises are overwhelming. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Lots of talking and laughing. It's great. It was great. I loved catching up. It was wonderful. But like you said, at the same time, so overstimulating, so overwhelming, and I was just glad when the day was over. You like my shirt? It says peace, love, and crochet on it. And it has yarn ball. Yeah, I rarely eat out. Like, that was probably the first time that we've eaten out in years now at this point. Probably since, like, around COVID time. Like, we tend to eat in. I know James would probably like to eat out more, but it's overwhelming for me. Um, and then we went and we looked at Suits. Look at this handsome guy I married. Isn't he handsome? Jeez. Hi. Yeah, when we would go to like the ramen place. Thank you. I'm proud of me too. And then that was at Men's Warehouse, and Men's Warehouse advertised that they had $100 suits, but evidently those were online only. Have you looked at any of those, James? James has a vest, a bow tie, and a pocket square that all are from the same company as my dress, so it matches. You have a pocket square too? You have all of that, right? So then we went to Kohl's. No, from the other place. I. Because this is what I ordered you. You have the vest, you should have all three, so you gotta make sure before I order the other size dress, because if you're missing something... Yeah, take a look at Men's Warehouse again, since... And then the tricky thing is, James is the same height as me. We're short, I guess. I wouldn't even say technically. We're 5'6". It's not incredibly short. It's average. But, like, finding stuff that fits, like, right off the rack is tricky. So, like, James was trying... Well, you can see the color. There's the purple. He looks so happy whenever I take pictures. He loves me. So that was an option with, like, the I don't know, that top and plain pants. And then you're gonna lie right there. There's more room. Okay, that's fine. This one was not the right size, but it was the coloring. Like, it was, we found a style that he really liked online, and it's like inverse. So it's actually like beige with like gray stripes instead of gray with like beige stripes. But like, yeah. And then this was my favorite one, which is like, it's got a little bit of patterning, you can see. But I thought that that one looked really good with the purple. There's only one suit that we found that actually had pants the right length. All of them were too long. Oh, like there we go. There's. It was like we could either find like the pants in the right length or the jacket in the right length, but like not both. Like this, for like that jacket was the right length. You know? But all the other ones were like too loose. He needs like a short on the jacket versus a regular. And so not everywhere has that. Oh, here we go. That's the style. That would be the one that we would order instead of the one too long, too short. Yeah. Not big enough, too tight. So yeah. That was yesterday, and then I basically came home and crashed. And the cats kept me company. They just hung out with me. I'm not doing nothing. This one. Hi, Belzy. And the Mets one, like 19-5. The other option too, James, is if we want to order both of the ones from Kohl's that you really liked in the right sizes and get both of them and try it on with everything. And then we could return one that you don't want to keep. We could always do that because we have the Kohl's card. So I think it's like $300 before coupons for the 2 suits. Yeah, $353. So like if you wanted, we could always order both of them and then try them both on with like the proper sizing instead of like, your jacket's too big, your pants are on the floor. Like, hi Mom. We were just talking about the weekend and yesterday. So like we could do that and then return whatever you don't like in the end. Lorcana, welcome. Join us. I think we might have a section in Discord for Lorcana. In like the game section. Yeah. It's been a while since anyone's used it. But if you go to All Things Games, you'll see like a bunch of different like categories. I've gotten like 2 of the starter kit things instead of like any of the booster packs because I can't afford to get all that stuff. But I really like it. I want to get all the Dalmatian cards. That's what that's what I want. I just want all the Dalmatian ones. Yeah, I can tag you in it if you want. There you go. I tagged you. Ignore me if you don't want to. Oh, and Maple did really good with Pippin last night. That's the last update. There's Maple lying down after walking around and sniffing for a while because Pippin was lying down. And so they were each just lying. Like, what good, calm, sweet babies. Like, this is fabulous. And then Artie, I didn't also have Artemis out because I was like, that's just like too much going on. Because like Maple bullies Artie. Poor girly. Poor girly gets bullied. So Pippin will tell Maple off, and I just didn't want to have to keep track of 3 cats on my own. So then he kept hearing Artie down the hall because she wanted to come out. So I was like, you can go and see her. Like, that's fine. So that's her little white floof there. So he like halfway went down, and then he's like, ooh, what if I'm tricky and pretend that I want to see Artie, but really I'm gonna hide behind Mom and then jump on Pippin. And I was like, you're not doing that. So then he's like, fine, I'll go see Artie. And then he's like, what if I hide? Oh no, I'm just sniffing this. But they did really good. I tried to see if he wanted to play, because he seemed like he wanted to. And I was like, we can't play with Pippin like that. But they did really good, and then they both got treats. And Artie got a treat just because she's so damn cute. She didn't even have to do anything. You didn't even have to put up with your brother's crap. So, yeah, that was kind of my... But yeah, Belzy, feel free to share any of like your favorite cards if you want or anything like that. It'll start an obsession. Bought merch at Disney Store. They gave you a free tiny pack of cards. Honestly, free treats without having to do work are the best kind of treats to get. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, while we drove, because it was like an hour and 15-minute drive to the party, I worked on something in the car. And then this morning I may have worked on something else. Would you like to see? I'm sorry, there's no condensation for you. I love you though. What if I told you that the next pre-order has been decided and 2 examples have been made? Well, silly, you're in luck. It is not in the shop yet because I haven't been able to take pictures yet. So a few things with the seahorse. I don't really love how the fins are done. They're kind of a pain in the butt. They look cute, but I feel like from the front, oh, spoiler. I feel like from the front, it's not my most favorite, so I don't know. I also originally wasn't a huge fan of how the beads were done because I felt like they were kind of floppy and not the same fidget opportunity. So, this is option 1. I, of course, then went ahead and James was like, this feels too fancy. And I'm like, well, people can pick. Then I made option 2. I wrote this part. And the beads are now spinny. Instead of them being just kind of, you can't really spin these as much. They just kind of, they're not as fidgety to me. This is fidgety. So whenever the pre-orders go up, you'll have options. You can do the way that it's designed, or you can do Megan makes things harder for herself. I think that they're really cute. Hi, Tigress. They'll be more than the dinosaurs. They're more work. Even with this one, even with this beaded option, they're more work. Um, they'll probably be about the same price as the hedgies, even though there's less beads. The hedgies are less work. The hedgies are more beads, though, if that makes sense. Also, Belzy, I love your idea of pure chaos. The coconut stitch, I love that. I saw that. I didn't want to forget to say that, but I love that. I think that's so fun. Megan makes things harder for herself. I know. I know. Are you surprised that I make things harder for myself? So yeah, there'll be options basically. I did better on the fins. What did I do? I don't know. I'm chomping at the bit waiting. Listen, I could put them up, but there wouldn't be any photos. I could just be like, Seahorse pre-orders, photos coming soon. I was thinking about doing one with like rainbow beads just to kind of give everyone that example too. Okay. So like we could do one with rainbow beads too. I just don't know if I should do it with the big fancy back that I designed or the way that they wrote it. You know? Thank you for visiting. Well, so that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, should we do one today with like either rainbow beads just to show? Because like I think every example has had rainbow beads so far. Um, and we can like decide a color to make it, and then I can take pictures, and then we can have a pre-order open. I mean, I could put it up on pre-order right now and just have you all, you know, if you want to. Pokemon really likes you today. Okay. So this will be pre-order fidget seahorse. I can spell seahorses. Nightbot was being nice earlier too. These cute little fidget seahorses are fully customizable. You can pick any yarn color, bead design. And for the first time, what sort of, what would you call this? Frill? Simple. Oh, so one other thing, right? We have rainbow beads, glow in the dark, metallic, pastel, translucent, all that. This was I made one using the shiny beads because we haven't really had anything with the shiny beads. And some of the shiny beads have little, or show scuffs a little bit. It's kind of hard to get like a good, because they're shiny. Here, maybe you can kind of see on the purple one. It can get a little bit of scuff marks on it. So no. All right, let's save that first. Oh, I hate this. Toys. What did I put this as before? Because of like, hi Shiz. Because of new, I don't even know what they're called. But I now have to like I have to categorize things for like when I sell them. And it's so annoying. So that way they know how to like tax things. Arts and crafts and amazing. Oops. Arts and crafts. Arts and crafts. Ha! Okay. Oh! Welcome back. I'm so sorry. That's miserable. Alright, we're going to also change the shipping timeline. Because the amount of people who are like, has my thing shipped? Has my thing shipped? I'm like, I'm trying. Sometimes orders pile up. So we're making them a little bit longer just in case. You have a very long tooth. Congratulations. Way to overachieve. I don't know. All right. There we go. They're up. They're public. If you really want to put your pre-order in right now without any photos, they're there. Go for it. You're just gonna find pictures of the beads right now. So, there we go. They're there. I don't know what to do. Do we think 40 is good? I freaking hate pricing. I hate it. I hate it so much. Because I was thinking about taking the fidget dinos off of their sale, which would then make them 40 as well. And I feel like these are harder than the dinosaurs, but how about this? How about this? Hold up. There we go. They're on sale temporarily. That's what I did. So just like how the dinosaurs were on sale temporarily, the seahorses are on sale temporarily. Hello?
I want a seahorse with glow-in-the-dark beads.
Glow-in-the-dark beads. Okay. What are we thinking? Well, I panicked and only put down my beads. You're so good. You're so good. Listen, the amount of times that I've done things like that, too damn high. All right. So silly. How do you want your glow-in-the-dark beads? Are they all one color? Because I actually separated the glow-in-the-dark beads. So glow-in-the-dark beads. These are glow-in-the-dark beads down here. So clear, pink, orange, yellow, blue, and some purple. So those are all glow-in-the-dark. Would you like a rainbow glow-in-the-dark? What? Silly wants Megan frills. Thank you for ordering. I appreciate you. Tigress!
Multicolored with glow-in-the-dark beads and frill.
Ooh. Thank you so much. Depends on the yarn color? Okay. We can figure that out. So I'll just put glow beads right now. No, you all are sweet. Tigress, thank you. Y'all. Tigress, when you say the frills, do you want, like, this one? Like this one? Or option 1 or option 2? Well, okay. So Megan, Megan frills. And you want glow beads too? Ooh, the space yarn. This one. That could look really, like, the yellow or the white or the clear ones, like they're stars. A galaxy horse. I actually have to buy more of this yarn. I have enough, but I have to buy more of it. Okay, so Tigress, you said you wanted glow beads. Do you want an assortment? Well, here's the thing, Allison. I'm still buying some of the stuff that I see at Joann's that's Big Twist that I like because I don't necessarily know which yarns they're bringing. They might just do the Big Twist value. I don't know if they're going to do all the other little varieties of Big Twist that they have out there. So in my mind, I think that that's responsible. If you find something that you really like, buy it, because maybe Hirschner's might not have it or might not have it for a while. Like, I feel like they're going to go with the plain colors. Allison, I have a 50-gallon tote and one other tote that I just started with Joanne. Well, here's the good news. The beads are done actually at the end. I will make the whole seahorse before you have to decide the beads. So we can make the whole seahorse and then decide the beads, which is kind of nice. You don't have to decide up front. So, like, if you want to pick out yarn first, yeah, we can wait. Tigers, do you want to pick out some yarn too? Do you, like, know what the vibe is that you're thinking? Something light colored with purple. So do you want it to be multicolored yarn, or do you want it to be like a light color? Because the other thing too is, like, we can do, see how, like, this is white? Like, you could do two different colors. This is technically two colors too. It might be harder to tell. A color changing yarn. Something light with purple. I have this, which is like a fan favorite. This is the Plummy Speckle, which is white, purple, and pink. That one's a fan favorite. Camera, please. There you go. I also have this guy. I mean, this is dark, but that's also white, purple, and pink. But it's different vibes. I also have, this is like a pastel galaxy version. Oh, I got this one that doesn't have any white. It's just purples, pinks, and like almost like a burgundy color. This is Walmart, yeah. That one, okay. This is old Big Twist. They don't make that anymore. Wait, this one, wait. Did you mean this one? Okay. Okay, I was like, wait, shoot. So we'll put pink. Okay. I panicked for a minute. I was like, oh crud, wait. Yeah, they don't make it anymore. I hate that. Look it. Peep this old label. Not like yarn goes bad. This one's called Bumbleberry. Bumbleberry. Made it. Oh, this was also made in India versus the other ones made in Turkey in 2016. Evidently. Or that's when at least the label was made. Oh god, it's gonna be like folding a map. Nailed it. Okay. So we'll start with sillies. Thank you guys. And I'll be stealing your seahorses for photos. All right, let's change stream name to Seahorse Time. I can spell. Okay. I really wasn't sure like what I wanted to work on today when I went live. Hi, Elf. Oh my gosh. That fragile tissue paper sucks. The seahorse is not my own design. That's the hedgehog, but it's technically the same designer. So if you click on that and then you click on like the designer, you'll be able to find their other designs. Do I have rainbow variegated yarn? Do I have rainbow? No! Listen, not everything has to... You're fine. No. I, again, was not 100% sure what I wanted to work on today. And then you all were like, put the pre-order up. And I was like, oh... I thought that I would need to do the... So, yeah. How dare you spend money? How dare you support my small business? Like, for real, thank you. Don't ever apologize. Rainbow yarn. Okay. Again, I've got this kind. I got this kind. This one's missing yellow, but it's also kind of rainbowy. And somewhere... Found it. More rainbow. You can get beads from Amazon. I get mine from Joann's, but you can also get them from Michael's. You can probably find them at Walmart. They're called pony beads. Funny enough, because here we are making seahorses. So they are pony beads. If you look that up wherever you go shopping, you should be able to find. Fidget buddies are fun, yeah. With, the pearly ones or the not pearly ones? These are the pearly ones here. And then I have the ones like, hold on, like this guy, which are the brighter solid colors versus the pearl, like the sort of pearl colored ones. Oh, gosh. Okay. It's time to take a stretch. How in the world? Okay. We'll play some words on stream, take a stretch, get a snack, drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, do whatever you gotta do. Yeah, I think the pastel rainbow would look pretty. And then here's the, this is gonna be the best way to get all of those colors. Oh yeah, I think you should eat something. Go eat. Thank you for the lurk. Back in time for the stretch, yep. I need, you know what else I need to do? On this stretch break, I'm gonna go get my other camera, my phone, because the colors don't wash out quite as much. So we'll take a quick stretch, go to the bathroom, get your meds, move your laundry, and I'll be right back, and we will continue working on seahorse stuff. Let me, like I said, go get the camera where you can actually see the colors better. Okay, BRB. Y'all cleared that round on perfect while I was washing my hands. And I was like, well, I have to dry them, so... Okay. Wow, look at the difference in the colors. So like here's these are the darker beads. That was the other thing I wanted to grab. Is it here? Okay. One moment. Oh well. I hate when I don't remember where I put things. AKA my whole entire life. You know? Organization, we don't know her. I mean, the good news is that you have a little bit before it would be your turn to pick. So... I was gonna put my compression glove on because my hand has been a little bit dumb. And I just figured to keep it warm. But do I know where my compression band is? Do I have multiple compression bands? Oh, for generic Rainbow Buddy. Gotcha. One might be in the living room. I mean, I found it on that stretch break. And I'm ready. That's what I meant. Anywho, let's get started on a seahorse. What am I running over? It's a miracle. Okay. We'll go back to this camera. And then when it comes time for bead options, we can use the pretty camera again. Oh, yeah. What's that? You need something? You're not going to find it. What's that? You're no longer looking for it? Here I am. Will you remember next time you go looking for it? No. No, you will not. Or your favorite sea creature until you fell in love with sea turtles. I love that. They had horse in their name. Fair. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in the ocean, too. Your favorite football teams were the Broncos and the Colts? Stop it, that's so cute. Dolphins, belugas, narwhals, clownfish. Mm-hmm. Definitely a mix of, wow, that's really cool, and also, oh my god, please don't let that come near me in the ocean. It's quite the combination. Never force them. That's cool. I mean, it makes sense. Stick to documentaries and aquariums rather than the actual ocean. Yeah. I'm really glad that, like, itty bitty baby Megan didn't know. Like, I'm glad that I spent some time going into the ocean as a child. You know, I wasn't really as aware. And, you know, I never went in deep because, honestly, the ocean is scary. The tides and the like, just all of it. Mm-mm. But I feel like baby Megan would have been even more afraid of the ocean if I had known more about some of the stuff that dwells in the depths of the ocean. Heck, even not that far down. There's some scary things there, man. Not very different from their ancient ancestors. Yeah, it also depends, I feel like, on predators. Honestly, like whether an animal is prey or predator, and whether an animal has needed to evolve in order to continue to catch prey or evolve to avoid being a predator. And I feel like if they don't need to do that too much, then they stay very similar. Like sloths. Sloths and manatees don't have like natural predators. Like manatees' biggest threats are humans and their boats. And nothing wants to evidently eat sloths because they smell and taste so bad. Which, if you ask me, is iconic. They're their own being. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't even know. Let's see if we can do a quick...
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh, ugh.
Thank you for the cats, chats, chaos and Meganote 2 scream Meganote 2 scream Meganote 2 scream of course. Less than 3.
Thank you, Emily, for the 9-month resub. That's a baby. Thank you so much. Let us make a raid star, a resub star for you. What would you like? What color? Baby animals and cows and manatees, which are sea cows, so basically the same thing, yeah. Huh. Evidently they could be hunted by eagles, ocelots, and jaguars. But I thought that there was something...
Rainbow yarn, don't know what beads. Option 251.
Option 251. Raccoon, thank you for the pre-order. So we want rainbow yarn. Not sure on beads. And I think 2319. I think option 2, which is this one, correct? It's 2319. Yes, okay. Okay. And we'll pick yarn and stuff like that. Dang, I was trying to find the thing about the sloths. But honestly, maybe that's like a myth or something. Oh. Emily, what color paper star would you like? Did you tell me? Dang, I didn't get it. So evidently it's a myth that sloths smell bad. They evidently have a condition that makes it so that they produce no body odor. I want that condition. Yo, right? Never needing to buy deodorant. And I guess that they just, like, they move so slowly that they tend to avoid being seen. Plus, they climb high. All of that. Googling if they taste bad and that's why predators avoid them has not gotten me quite the same results as I was hoping. So, I don't know if that... Again, you know, listen, back in the day before the internet was so readily available where you could just type into Google, sloth smell bad, keep predator away. You know, like, you used to have to be very specific in what you searched. And, like, you know, or you had to, like, go to the library and you had to find stuff out that way. So, misinformation used to be a lot easier to, well, to spread, I guess, if you didn't look into things, you know? Emily, what color paper star do you want? By the way, we just had a Twitch baby, so we should name it. Purple? You got it. And you'd have to look through pages and pages and pages. Yeah. There was no, like, Command F or Control F to, like, find what you were searching for. Yeah, hope that the encyclopedia had the very specific weird piece of information you were looking for. Or you read, like, you read the encyclopedia entry and it didn't have anything and you're like, God damn it. Love the colors in that yarn. Yeah, this is a favorite. Hey, James, look at this. I have to buy more of this yarn because this is all that I have left of it. It's Red Heart. It's Grape Fizz, but we call it the Galaxy yarn here. See, look, I only have one skein of it. And this is all I have left of it. But we call it Galaxy yarn because it looks like the Milky Way and galaxies. And Ask Jeeves, yes. Yes. $330. Yeah. Listen, at the beginning of this year, before Joann's announced they were going out of business, I was like, I don't want to buy yarn just to buy yarn. I want to buy yarn only for projects. Or if I need yarn, like I'm about to run out and I need to buy more because it's something I use in my business. And then Joann's announced that they were closing. And then I started buying yarn. Lots of yarn. Yarn that I didn't necessarily need, but I wasn't going to be able to get anymore. And now I've spent deep amount of money. So, I didn't do so good. I didn't do so good. I failed. The best part of the seahorse is you can just leave it in your walls and you'll grab it. Yeah, I'll leave the seahorse and what is the shipping? I think $5. I'll leave the seahorse and $5 to refund your shipping. You still need to double check, especially the AI summaries. I don't use AI summaries. I literally was like looking at the what the heck is it? The World Wildlife Foundation. I looked at slothconservation.org. The WWF .org. Yeah, I don't use the AI summaries. My phone automatically does AI summaries and I still ignore them. LOL. Oops, not the Zoom of shame. Literally my wallet weeps. Yeah, I was just trying to be better because the amount of yarn that I have, like, I actually recently did an inventory of my yarn because this is my business and because it's registered as a business and I file taxes on this business at the end of the year. I do need to have like an inventory that keeps track of like how much I spend, how much I use, all sorts of stuff like that. And so I had to come up with like a way of keeping a practical inventory. And so I literally had to go through all of my yarn. All of it, Hammy. I spent a couple of days on stream sitting with chat like in my closet while I went through yarn and labeled. So that's why I was like showing, if you look here, this is one out of one. So I know when I use this up, I need to buy more because that was all I had in my inventory. So when I've bought all this new yarn, I've also had to inventory it. Like I have to keep on top of it. That's the whole point now, is that I'll never have to redo all of it again, but I have to keep on top of it. And so when I did that, all that I realized was I'm like, oh my God, I have so much yarn. I have so much yarn for projects where I was like, ooh, I bought this because I want to make a sweater. Ooh, I bought this because I want to make a blanket. Ooh, I bought this because I want to... Okay, well then make the damn thing, Megan. Like, you bought so much, but you haven't made so, like... And so I was like, all right, I'm going to really work on, like, using... And then, like I said, I bought... And again, this yarn that I bought, some of it I got with the intention of making things. But most of it was just to keep my business afloat until I was able to find a replacement for the yarn that I really loved. Or to honestly to make like baby blankets and stuff like that for friends and family. Because the big twist yarn is like my go-to for that. Anyway, Emily, into my jar. Thank you again for your resub. So like, I bought way too much. And no one put this on me. No one was like, you need to get less. It was self-imposed. And the other thing too is that like not only did I have to count all of my stuff, but I had to label it all. I had to do it by color. I had to do it in a way that I could then find what I had done before. So like I have like all my red heart yarn together. I have all of the big twist yarn together, all of this yarn, like everything putting it together so that when, like I said, okay, when I run out of this, I know how to find it and mark it as used in my inventory, or I know how to like mark it as used and then repurchased or whatever. So it was such a process and a time suck, and I'm so glad that I had stream because like y'all helped keep it from becoming like a more than it was process, because like it's so easy to get distracted and be like, ooh, look at this pretty thing that I found. Ooh, look at this. Ooh. Yeah. Slow day. What did you learn about on Wikipedia? The distracted portion of organizing, yo. It's so bad. James is like, I wonder when you start taking your ADHD meds if that'll help let you get more organized. And I'm like, I still haven't taken it. Everything's just been so freaking crazy lately. Hooray, I counted to 18 without messing up. Hello, Emily. Multi-crafting is multi-expensive, it is. Did it? Aww. Sort through your embellishments today? That was time consuming. Bless you. You're welcome. He didn't say thank you. It's because he's not listening to stream. Oh. There he is. Now he shows up. I was talking to you before and you were busy talking to someone else. Probably a man. You know? Imagine talking to a man could never be me. Does anyone else have like those dreams where your significant other, your spouse, whoever, like cheats on you and then you wake up and you're like, wow. I can't believe you did that to dream me. You suck. Dream Mr. Kins is an asshole. That I cheat on you in your dreams? You've never told me this. You told me about your dream last night of you trying to get into an attic that didn't exist. Oh, yeah, that you're the one. Uh-huh. I was like, since when? When have I ever, in my dreams, yeah. I've also had the dreams, and I don't know if anyone else has had this, where you're like forced to like go back with an ex or go back, like you now know your partner, like the person that you're currently with, who you love and you cherish, and like they're fabulous, they're everything that you ever wanted. And then for some, like you're forced for some reason to go back to the ex that you don't want to go back to, but you know of the current part, like it's like the amount of times that I've had dreams where like I was forced to go back with the person I was dating before James. But I knew of James and I was like, but I want to be with him. I like him. And either James is like, well, I don't like you, or I don't know you, or I don't, and you're like, but what about the last like X amount of years? And he's like, girl, what are you talking about? And then like the ex is like, you've been with me, and you're like, ha, no, we're not actually hitting. We're like, you know, it might be like a push. Or like a smack with a pillow. Like, I can't believe you did that. And he's like, I didn't do anything. We don't hit unless it's an accident in this house. Sometimes, you know, you're tickling or you're doing whatever, and he was using the soap dish as hand soap. He was using dish soap as hand soap. Oh, why isn't that okay? To go back with bad partners in your nightmares. Yeah! It's a weird... Okay. I'm glad that it's not just me. I'm surprised that it's so few of us. But I'm glad that I'm not alone. Because I hate those ones. Like, the ex before James was not like... He wasn't mean to me. He wasn't like a bad person. I hope he's doing well with whatever he's doing in life. But I wouldn't want him. I would not want to go back to that, especially once I've known like how much happier I am. And so it's like a punishment in these dreams. Like, it's such a nightmare. And then like you wake up and you roll over and you're like, "Oh good. Oh good." Not actually real. Everything's fine. I can't wake up inside of the dream itself. Oh, I hate those. Like when you know you're asleep. Dish soap is for dishes and hand soap is for hands. Okay, what do you consider Dawn dish soap? Because Dawn dish soap to me is an everything soap. Like, you can use Dawn dish soap on animals if they are covered in stuff. You know? So, like, Dawn dish soap to me sometimes is, like, what I'll use if I've gotten particularly gunky or whatever, because it feels like it gets more clean. I don't know. Who are awful to you? Yeah. Still being awful in the dream and having to endure it. Yeah. I'm sorry. That sucks. I wish that we didn't have nightmares and scary dreams and things like that. At this point, this feels very alien. Oh, interesting. Huh. I hate it when like you're almost asleep and then like you do that weird reflex thing where you're like, "Oh my god, I'm falling," and then like you wake yourself up. And you're like, "Oh, I'm fine." Like everything you were falling asleep. Not actually falling. Cartoon mountains with the winding roads. One of my first nightmares that I can remember was that there were witches in our house, like the childhood house that I grew up in. And they were like after me for some reason. And that was a dream I remember like getting pulled back in. If that makes any sense, where like I'm like, no, it's a dream. Wake up, and then like I kind of did, but I didn't fully. Like you fell back asleep, and then all of a sudden like you were back in the dream again, and they're like, you can't escape us, and I'm like, oh my god. Little Megan was not amused. With bears and then aliens? Oh my god. Alright, this music was fine for a while, but now it just feels repetitive. Let's change. Doesn't this look like a little alien at this point? Like, I kind of hate it at this moment. It'll turn cute. We're making its nose right now. But at this moment in time, you're like, ugh, this is horrifying. Yeah. Sorry, your little cutie is... Sorry. I was thinking, on the stretch break, and I have no idea what you want to do, but how cool would it be, or I feel like it could look really cool, to do either, like, a really dark purple for, like, the spine, the frills, the spine, whatever it technically is, or, like, black, almost like if we're going into, like, that galaxy kind of feel. You dropped your boobs into your food. I guess they were hungry. Friendly reminder, don't forget to feed your boobs. Don't forget. Anyway. Gosh, I love this chat. We're such a weird group. I don't know why, but all I could think of was like a bowl of cereal and milk. I have no idea what you're eating, but I just immediately pictured Splashdown. That's why I always spill crumbs down my shirt. Oh my god. I love it here. They stick out little pieces of cake. Oh. Like, cow plants. I see, I see. Oh no, that's not being useless. That sounds like a miserable time. I hope that you're feeling better. I hate that for you. Listen, just like there's no attendance being taken on stream, like if you're here early, on time, late, whatever, there's also no attendance being taken on who has watched Lilo and Stitch. So please don't apologize for stuff like that. Especially, like, never apologize for taking care of yourself. You know? Yeah. I would much rather that you take care of yourself and watch it when you can enjoy it than, like, sit down and force yourself. I said I would watch this, so I'm gonna make myself watch it. Look at his little nose. Boop. He must ask you a question. Mustachio. But I'll shave it for later. Puns. New shirt acquired. Yeah, pasta sauce is definitely not fun to dip your shirt in. Looking forward to it? Yeah. Oh, I hate when you're looking forward to something and your body's like, how about instead of that, you just feel like crap? And you're like, I guess I have no choice. Dang it, my scissors are in the other room. From when we were doing the Ryan's blanket. One moment. Because they're built on our type of humor, around literal meanings of words and such. Interesting. Huh. I mean, that makes sense. I know. Time be zooming. Oh yeah, but like going back to those kinds of dreams, it's like one of those insecurity things. I feel like, um, especially for me with like anxiety, where it's like, oh my gosh, like this person that I love more than anything is one day going to wake up and be just as annoyed or hate me just as much as all these other people did or whatever. And so like that's where it comes from, where you're just like, what if I like you you think that you're like, oh my gosh, I have got them so fooled, they like me. And one day they'll realize and they'll stop, even though like there's no, you know, like there's no real indicator of that, but your brain is like, your dreams are when you deal with, you know, the things that you worry about, that you fear, I guess. I don't know. Me all the time with everyone I have ever met ever, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, listen, my husband and I have known each other for 14 years. The amount of times that I'm like, you still like me, right? Like, forget about loving me. Do you still like me? Oh, does this Megan person like me? Yes. Oh, you didn't actually jump up. I was ready. Is that why you didn't do it? I wouldn't let you live in my walls if I didn't like you. I just did that with your best friend. Oh, hi. Dyed your hair. How's it looking? Or have like you just done it and you're waiting to wash it? Hi. Sorry, it's already o'clock. Um, we'll be with you again shortly. Looks like the right color? Heck yes. I love that. Boop. Hi. What are you doing? I have never once dyed my hair. Ever. Well, just begun. You don't plan to? I feel like when I go gray, I'll start dyeing my hair. Like, not necessarily. Like, James was asking me this, like, a while back when I was, like, first noticing a lot of gray hairs. And he was like, are you going to, like, dye your hair all the time when you get, like, all gray hairs? And I was like, maybe. I was like, but if I do, what I'm planning on is, like, okay, yeah, maybe I'll dye it, like, normal hair colors, but maybe it's, like, I want to just see what I would look like with blonde hair. Or I want to see what I look like with red hair. Or I want to see what I look like with this color hair. Just because I can. Not because, like, I have to hide my gray hair. But I feel like there's a part of me, since I've never dyed it, that's going to be like, no, let's dye it purple, or like a section of it or something, just because I can. Do you know what I mean? I think that it would be, I think it would just be fun to be like, to experiment, since I never was able to, like, do that before. Already grown an inch? Yep. Never dyed her. Yeah, see, my mom always dyes hers. So, I have lots of little grays now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I put the safety eyes in the way because you left. Okay, well, it's stretch time anyway. Take back ownership. Absolutely. Listen, I don't think anything, whether you dye your hair all the time, whether you've never dyed your hair, that doesn't change any thought of or opinion. I think that it's awesome if you do what you want to with your hair. You're doing it right, you know? And anyone who tells you otherwise, tell them to just, you know? But I love that for you, silly. So you can dye it all the fun colors without bleach. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want rainbow unicorn hair. I want rainbow unicorn hair. All right, there's a... Yeah, my hair is so dark. It's such a dark brown. I don't want to bleach it. All right, let's go ahead. We'll take a quick stretch break. I'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back. The cat did not, in fact, leave my desk. Well, that's fun. Hi, fairy wings. No, you're dead to me.
Oh, am I?
Dead to me.
That's rude.
You're rude.
I'm not rude.
You suck.
I don't.
Yeah.
I love you.
No.
Yeah, I feel like I've proved that. Time and time again. Oh.
Sorry that you had to witness that. Isn't this colorway fun? This one is Grape Fizz from Red Heart. But we call it the Galaxy colorway here because it just gives Galaxy vibes. Nothing. It was just a thing that happened on stretch break. And now James is dead to me. Well, then I blindly support it. I'm watching him. Okay. Why does Red Heart have such pretty colors but feel so icky? Honestly, Red Heart, like, I feel as though when you make amigurumi with it, it holds up really well. Like, it doesn't get fuzzy, I guess. And maybe that's just because it is like a bit of a stiffer yarn. I don't know how to like describe it. I do know that it softens the more that you wash it and like the more that you use it, because my aunt always made stuff. Everything that she made was with Red Heart yarn. And the more that you washed it, the more that you used it, the more that you like, again, gentle machine. The amount, I didn't know how to properly wash things. The blanket that my aunt made used to just go in the regular wash. It didn't go in on delicate. It used to just go in on regular heat, like in the dryer. Not high heat, not low heat. It should have gone on low or no heat. So it can take a beating, I guess is a good way. It can take, it'll stand up to you not taking, not handling it with kid gloves. But yeah, it can be, it's one of those things where it's like when there are so many other nice yarns out there, sometimes it's like, why can't those nice yarns have all the nice colors that Red Heart has? Also, I don't know, one of the other things that really annoys me with Red Heart is the inconsistency between like wraps per inch. So, for instance, like the black yarn has so much less. Basically, it's a thicker yarn. Whereas like the gray heather is so thin, and they're both considered the same. What did my hair do? They're both considered the same weight yarn, but they're vastly different. What? What is this? I fixed it during stretch break. What? I'm sorry, who are you? Red Heart Soft is nice, yes. That girl just wants to be free. All these people fighting over me, I know. Wow. I don't quite know what to do with all of this. I'm blushing. Did you all hear a voice just then? A man? Yeah, I thought that I just heard something. It's probably just the dog farting. Sure smelled like that at least. It sure smelled like a lot of crap. Ugh. Listen, I love my husband, but I'm... You know that saying, like, I love you more today than I did yesterday. Yesterday you really pissed me off. Anyone ever heard that? I'm over people today. Can I just take a nap? Yes. Go nap. Good night. Tucks Elfin. Men are allowed, just not James. Ugh. James would never. No, listen. We would never actually discriminate against anyone. Ever. But teasing our spouses, sometimes it must be done, you know? But as long as you're not an ass, you're welcome here. That's really all that matters. I saw someone post the other day on, I think it was the Stitch People Facebook group. And it was a Stitch People portrait that they made for their bathroom. And it was like a peg leg pirate, you know, beard and think like Jack Sparrow, right? And then a mermaid, long flowing hair, seashells, the whole thing. And underneath it says, whatever, just wash your hands. They made that for their bathroom. All are welcome here. Always, anytime. My donkey has separation anxiety. I am but a simple pine cone. Listen. I don't like embroidery. In order to finish this corset, I have to embroider the same thing 72 times? Oh. I don't think I can help. See, wouldn't it be great if we all lived near each other and we could help with stuff like that? Because I'd do it. 1 James, 2 James, red James, blue James. Oh. Ready for sleep. Okay, see, this is what confuses me about these fins. I now skip this fin, right, in order to make them like this. Yeah, you're a Dr. Seuss rhyme now. Congrats. I skip it. I single crochet in the fin in front of it. Then I have to turn it around and slip stitch into this. It gets very confusing. Insert hook from the back to the front on left hand side of the fin. But how? How can I insert it on the left hand side? Unless I like actually insert it into a stitch. Here's the photo that they show. So I think that they just mean, like, insert it into, like, the middle. I don't know. Because that's the right side. Unless you mean the left side. That's the left side on the working side, but you told me to... So I guess that's technically the left side when you're looking at it this way. Like, that's the left side. This isn't even the fin that gives me the most trouble. It's the opposite one that does. Now I do this. And this. And that's fine. Right? That's fine. I get confused when I get over here. Oh. Can you hear him? It was very small a wooze. Wait, I think I understand it now. I have to go this way now. Maybe I understand it. I don't know. We're going to find out. 6. Wait. Okay, hold on. Hold on. He's doing good. Yes, please. It's always okay to ask. So right now he is getting a powder. Also, hi Rurat, welcome in. Sorry. I got excited about the dog wooing. But hi, how are you? Isn't it such a cute pattern? He's doing good. He's getting this powder. Thank you for the stretch reminder. That we sprinkle into his food every time he eats, and that has been helping with the poo problems, it seems. Like, he's going a lot less. I'm hoping that we can just do this, like, one time and then, like, slowly taper it off. And you all know that, like, I will spend my last dollar on my pets. But we're at a point, if we also had to add this powder into his daily, like, if I had to buy it once a month, his food is $100. All of the medications he takes, so he gets an allergy medication, he gets daily anxiety medications. That's probably about 80 for a month. So now we're up to 180. Ish. Maybe it's closer to 65. So that's like 165. Then if we have to add this powder, that's another 35. So now we're looking at like around 200. Now he's also getting Prozac once a day, which for whatever reason, when we got it from the pharmacy, they charge us $20 freaking dollars for it. Even though in the past when we've gotten it for him, it's been like 10. So like we're looking at close to like $220 a month on just him. That's so much. Like, and again, you know, we'll do it's just a lot. I signed up for Be Real. I haven't done it a lot. But I was like, maybe I'll do that, and then it's something that, like, I don't know, I can offer, like, the members on my account. So here, hold on. Smile, chat. It's Be Real time. Everyone give me your best smile in chat. You've got 30 seconds. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, beautiful. Fabulous. Oh no! Wait, I gotta retake it. You can't see the seahorse. Wait. Okay. There we go. Like, I get the whole idea is that you're not supposed to, like, edit it and, like, do all that stuff, but I'm like, you gotta at least see the seahorse. You gotta at least see it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, my... I don't know. Lost interest, yeah. It adds up fast. Pets are expensive before medical complications, yeah. Absolutely. And it's hard because like the food that he gets is like a prescription food, which is why it's so expensive. Um, and then, you know, he's got mental health issues and he's older now and he's got like it's just so again, at some point we might do um the imaging and just see, you know, what all's going on. But it's just so expensive. You had to take your dog to the vet twice today? Oh no. Oh no. Are they okay? Slip stitch is at the bottom right corner, so I'm just going to do it like this. Can I just do it like this? No, that's supposed to be on the underside. So let me put it here instead, maybe. Let's see if that helps. So yours looks cute, tricky but cute. Yes. I would say that that's a fair assessment. This one is trickier than the other patterns that they have, for sure. Sending everyone good to pet health and good human health, yeah. See, it just doesn't look as good. Like that one is closed and cute. And why is this one open and ugly? It does say that like the fins, that it doesn't always look quite right after you do them. So I'm going to just keep going. Oh, right? That would be great. The fins won't look finished until round 9 is complete, so we're going to just keep going. Hi, Positively Crafty. Yeah, I wish that we could give him that. I wish that we could give him, like, whatever dog food we wanted, but he has to be on a prescription one because he's a Dalmatian and he gets bladder stones otherwise, so... Turn into not keeping anything down. Oh, no. Anti-nausea, which seems to have helped, yeah. Poor baby. 14th birthday. Make some doggo cake. I love that. Happy birthday to your doggo. That's exciting. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. Scarf and oh my god. More excited for table scraps those nights. Oh wait, hold on. I have to do this first on this one. Clear and blue glow-in-the-dark beads. Ooh. I love that. I can also wait and do it when you're back because... What time is it? Oh, yeah. It's 5:40. I can do the beads later. Don't worry. Well, we might finish the seahorse today. But... Taking the food up after other cats. Yeah. And a trick. Yeah. Yep. Those are so good. Like the slow feeder style. Okay. Pin 3 again. Get to 1 year, clearly prove them wrong. That's so, that's fabulous. We love pets proving. We just love pets thriving, I should say. It makes them more full. Interesting. I mean, yeah, it makes sense because, like, if you've seen what happens with, like, kibble when it gets wet, it does get, like, bigger. Had food out all day. No, all of our pets have always had, like, a feeding schedule. None of them have ever been, yeah, just leave it out. Artie was the closest to that. Did I do that in the wrong spot? I think I did. Oh, don't forget your dailies. I forgot mine until now. $9 and a Premier Ball. You know what? I've got so many of those. There you go. Rude. So rude. No, I did that one backwards now. See? There we go. Cat's always been a grazer. Yeah, Maple eats like he'll never see food again. And he'll eat other cats' food. Like, oh, sweet, that's just like bonus food for me. And you're like, bud, you get fed. You don't have to, like, worry about it. And he's like, but there's food here, and it's just sitting here. Why would it just be sitting? And you're like, oh my God. So the girls definitely leave more stuff to like pick at later if they aren't hungry. Yours still has outside mindset, yeah. Didn't eat the lizards and make herself sick. Oh no. Time meals, yeah. Kibble overnight. Have to manage the amounts, yeah. Right now, all of our pets, because of Patch, like all the cats eat separately. So it'll be interesting when one day they can be together all the time. It'll be interesting to see what happens then. How bonded they are, their anxiety from before the... Oh, oh. That's so sweet. Annoying because, you know, you're trying to do it so that they don't steal each other's food and stuff like that. But, like, sweet babies. Oh, goodness. Hi, Taffer girl. It's good to see you. Be out of eyesight. Had a rough life, had a bad first adoption, yeah. Isn't that sad? And it's amazing, too, how they're able to just, like, forgive and still love. I don't know. Like, the fact that they still love you and, like, after everything. Animals are so good. Animals are so sweet. Ooh. Time to make friends with it, Petrichor. How far they've come, yeah. A lot of things I can't do. I didn't even think I'd get to hold them, and now he wants to be held like a baby. Yeah, no, I get that for sure, because I definitely went through that with, like, Maple when he came in. I was like, I don't know that I'll ever, like, be able to, you know, snuggle him or that he's ever going to want that. And now his new routine. I mean... Here's a picture. A good one. Now he's either like this at night when he comes up, or like he's sleeping right next to me, or he is fully in my lap at night, passed out while I'm on the computer, And this is, again, a cat that when he first showed up, I had... Here we go. There are my little crossed legs, and there he is just camped out in the middle. Like... Never thought. Never thought. Always hoped, but never dared to, like, think it would happen. You know, there he is with James, like... Like, what a moosh. And this is the same cat from this video. If you've never seen our Dodo video. Hang on, I'll show you a little clippy clip, and then we'll go back to this. Right, here we go. I would put food down. You could tell he was hungry. He had no interest in being anywhere near me. We had never seen him before. He was just like curled up, and I was like, "Hi, who are you?" He was also really, really skinny.
Oh, don't eat the bug.
He was terrified of me. But at the same time, he came every day without fail. My little Mapes. Yes, wanting dinner. And I'm like, okay, something's a little different here. And each day I would like try and be a little bit closer. I have never been this close to this cat.
Be friends.
About 2 months, he started to get closer to the house. And that was like one of the first things that I noticed that was different, was the fact that he was like, oh, I'll come to you now. We're really developing a relationship now. So yeah. Oh, and then towards him. A manicurist hand popped up. Hold on, I did it. About 4 months in, I just came out one morning, and I was like, "Hi, bud," and he just went this littlest squeak. And then we reached like a certain point, probably about 5 months, where he just greeted me every time that I went out. He would just chat.
You have a good night? Oh, good. What did you do? No way. And then what?
My squeaky little man. So yeah. But that was my little guy. Like, I couldn't be anywhere near him, and now he's just like on my lap, like upside down. Like, hi, I'm here. Don't pet my tummy. That's a forbidden zone. But like, you can see it. Hi, Obsidian. Sleep at the end of your bed to the point where there's a dusty spot on your comforter. Oh. They did such a good job with that video. I love the lady. I love the lady who like interviewed me too. She was so sweet. Hi, Mom. You're just talking about Maple and what a little love bug he is now. Yeah, like look at this. My little guy. Okay, here, we'll ask. Right? So, holding on to my leg. And then, that's how he ends up falling asleep. Head dangling off the leg. Like, what? Is that comfortable? Are you good? Are you good, bud? We haven't seen Abrams in a few days. I hope he's okay. Like, I know that we also had, you know, the skunks out there. So I'm like, maybe Abrams, like, animals have to have a better sense of smell and all of that. So maybe he's just like, no, that yard smells real bad right now. I'm not going over there. I just hope he's okay. Because people drive stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making seahorses, fidget seahorses. And one day he'll just show up and he'll be like, hey. And you'll be like, where have you been? And he'll be like, wouldn't you like to know? Where's my dinner? And you're like, you're lucky you're cute. Yeah, you just have to let me know what color you want. I'll add it to the order. Wait, did I do that right? Okay. I did. Thanks, Nia. Have a good night. Yeah, no, I'm just honestly finishing the body of the seahorse. We'll do the beads tomorrow. So I'm just gonna finish up, like, the little tail is all that's left to do. But I don't blame you. Go get some rest. I keep getting Premier Balls and I keep forgetting to use them. So when I just got 2 more in the daily over on the Discord, I'm like, nope, I'm using those now. More holes than you can repair. I hope that you can find them. Finding the good comfy pairs of, like, whatever. Always a good thing, you know? Always nice when you find something that just fits well or comfortably or whatever. So 72 Pokeballs. Oh my gosh. And now we're on to the little tail. Might have been a Kmart item. What color is what? It's been so warm, yeah. The yarn I'm using? Is that what you're asking? We call it the galaxy yarn here. Because it looks like a galaxy. I have never done a Woobles kit, so I have no idea. I've talked about doing one, about reviewing one, if that's something that people would be interested in. Because I've never done it before. So, unfortunately, I have no pointers. I know some other people have done them. Welcome back. One more. You can always like go in store and see what they have and see if you like how they feel. I don't know if you have Kohl's by you, but I find a lot of really nice stuff at Kohl's. The Sonomo brand I find has a lot of really soft stuff. To be honest, I've learned recently that while I do know some of like things that we're boycotting and why, and it's probably because I honestly try really hard not to keep up with the news right now because it stresses me out. Like I've had nightmares about stuff. So like I try and stay somewhat aware without becoming too aware. If that makes any sense, because it just doesn't do good for me. So like I didn't know that like there were a couple of other places that like we're avoiding right now, I guess because of certain things like that. Like I knew Target, I knew a few things, but every now and again I'm like, oh, shoot. Getting so upset every day that I try to, yeah, it constantly just makes me feel ill. And I'm like, it like literal nightmares. I'm like, nope, can't do it. Everyone sucks. Everyone sucks. Yep. Basically. Yeah. James has learned, like, if we're gonna watch, like, Jeopardy, or, like, right now we're watching mostly baseball, but, like, if we were to watch, like, Jeopardy or something like that, like, don't put the news on. Don't put the TV on before that, because, nope. Anyway, here's Silly's seahorse body. Yeah. No, there's been a lot. And see, even that, like, you try and, like, educate yourself a little bit with, like, the weather going on, and everyone's like, it's the government's controlling the weather. Are you sick of huge hail? It's because the government is farming the weather. I just blame 5G. 5G is the cause. Oh God, it hurts. I can't. Your mom believes that? Oh my God. I'm sorry, that sucks. The weather. No, I know what you meant. Hey, James. Hold on. Hey, hon. Yeah. You're not pouring that out, are you? Oh, okay. I was just making sure. It sounded like you were. I was like, do you not remember that that doesn't mean... Okay. Listen. The person in charge of education said, isn't it amazing that now students, back in the day we didn't even have the internet in all the classrooms, and now students are starting to get A1 in all of the classrooms and continue to call it A1, like the steak sauce. It's AI, you moron. Like, this is the person who's in charge of our education system. Yeah, A1, not AI. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shit show over here, Emily. These are the people in charge. A1, yep. So then, what do they start doing? There was, like, they were interviewing, I forget which late night talk show host started interviewing kids on the street and handing them bottles of A1 steak sauce and asking them if they thought that it would help them with their education. And all the kids were like, what? What? Yeah. It's terrible. That, I don't know what you were talking about, Elf, but I remember the one time that they were questioning, now again, not to get all political, they were questioning, someone who was pro-life, and they held up a picture of a fetus, and they were like, so this is a human baby, this is a human to you. And the person was like, yes, absolutely. And he goes, this is a dolphin fetus. Oh, the alien! and the seahorse. I don't know what, I just thought of that clip, and it was great. It was great because it, like... Ew, people, I hate it. I hate it here. Yeah. I hate it here. Here being the United States, not here in stream. I love you all. Yeah, it also looks real weird before the nose is done. I snoozed them because I'm wrapping up. Before the nose is done, it gets very alien. Because it's like this. Yeah. May I unsubscribe? Listen, the worst part is that unless, like, something changes that's not just this year, it's really scary when you're, like, thinking about, you know, kids and other things like that. And you're like, maybe... But I'm also getting older and I don't know how to do all this. And I don't... not in the bingo cards. None of this. None of this in the bingo cards. I hate it here. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, not to get heavy and political near the end of stream, but we just go where the conversations take us. You know? There are quite a few people vocally against him. And there are quite a few people who are vocally against him who then get threatened. To the head office in the Mariana Trench in person. Done. I'll see you guys. Bye. Did you finish Maple already?
Yeah.
You cleaned out, like you dumped it?
I didn't because I didn't need it.
Oh, what about the little box? Did you dump the little box?
No, because again, I didn't need it.
Okay, because he hasn't been using it, so I don't know if that one...
Yeah. No, it was very clean.
If he's like, it smells bad, so I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go, because James is about to empty the litter box in here. So...
Oh, I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
Nope. Yes, here's the link to... the person's Etsy, and then you just have to click on their username and you'll be able to access the other fidget patterns. Tomorrow I'll probably finish up this seahorse and then get started on tigresses. So we might be in like seahorse mode for a little while. And then we'll do some more like diamond dotting and blanket assembly and stuff like that this week too. So it'll probably be seahorses and those thingies. You almost want to just dump that and get fresh.
I don't think we need to though.
Okay. It just looks like there's a lot of like crumble.
No.
I think they're gonna be glow in the dark. I think either white or blue. Or both. Alrighty, my friends, let's roll some credits. Thank you all so much for being here today. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your time zone. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. Remember you are loved, and I shall see you all tomorrow, okay? Come hang out in Discord if you'd like to in between. Here's my social medias. Yeah, oh god, their patterns are really cute. I have 2 more in my cart. Shh, we're not talking about it. But we're making them and selling them, so you know what? It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. It's for the business, okay? All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.